Welcome to episode 15 of Autonomous John, where I bring you high-tech news from my low-tech basement. This is the week of April 15th, 2019. This week, I'm talking about the upcoming Uber IPO, some more California testing, a word from Ford on autonomous vehicles, and what the White House is saying about 5G. Let's get to it. Uber inches closer to its initial public offering. Their prospectus was released last Thursday, and the speculated valuation is actually up to $100 billion at this point. Uber was last valued at $76 billion in the private market, which is significantly more than Lyft's debut on the street at $24 billion a few weeks ago in their initial public offering. There's been a lot of speculation about the path to profitability for these ride-hailing services since the news first broke last year about Uber and Lyft's intentions to do IPOs this year, and has certainly taken front and center here as the filing said that Uber lost $1.8 billion in 2018, not including selling off parts of the business. Tertiary services such as Uber Eats could be a good path forward to financial success, as the filing showed positive results there. I'll definitely make sure to keep you up to date as this ride-hailing saga continues. Last Friday, the California Department of Motor Vehicles proposed regulations to establish a path forward for companies to test and deploy light-duty autonomous trucks on the state's public roads. This would allow for testing of autonomous delivery trucks, which is a pretty significant move for the state. This would apply to vehicles less than 10,001 pounds with the approval from the Department of Motor Vehicles. Under the regulations, vehicles would not be allowed to charge a delivery fee while operating under those regulations. More details will surface in a public hearing that will be held following the current comment period, which will happen sometime in May. Currently, 62 companies have valid permits to test autonomous vehicles with the use of a safety driver on California public roads. And of course, Waymo is the only company that currently has a permit for true driverless testing on those roads. Jim Hackett, Ford's CEO, walked back some of the hype around the capability of the company's autonomous vehicle rollout, saying that they overestimated the arrival of autonomous vehicles, citing complex problems that would limit the initial rollout to tight geofenced areas. Of course, for those of us following the rise of autonomous vehicles, this comes to no surprise, as several other companies have made similar statements in the last year or so. Ford has poured millions of dollars into their self-driving car division and still plans their first rollout of the vehicles under the autonomous moniker to hit the streets in 2021. Ford is currently conducting testing in Miami, Detroit, as well as DC, and they have far from lost hope in the future of self-driving cars. And Mr. Hackett spoke to that effect, saying that when they do finally hit the market, it will be powerful. The White House spoke up about 5G last week. President Donald Trump, standing next to the FCC Commissioner Ajit Pai, said that 5G is a race and that America must win. The president referred to 92 5G markets that will be ready by the end of this year here in the States, which will beat South Korea's estimated 48 markets live by the end of 2019. Trump said that the wireless industry plans to invest up to $275 billion in 5G networks, creating 3 million American jobs quickly and adding $500 billion to the U.S. economy. Trump vowed to free up as much wireless spectrum as needed and remove any regulatory barriers that would hinder the 5G rollout. The FCC also spoke about intentions to create a $20.4 billion Rural Digital Opportunity Fund, and later this year they will offer the largest spectrum auction in the nation's history. Anyways, that's all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. If you want to get a hold of me, you can do so at john@autonomousjohn.com. Until next week, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.